Lindy with Love Crate Celebrate. I am so excited. I found these chairs on a local buy and sell site, and I got both of them for only $20. So they're a little bit worn out, and they're child size, as you can see. So we're gonna spend some time painting them, making a little table, fixing this one broken piece on the side here, and hopefully make like a really cute little nook for my kids to sit outside. So I hope you guys enjoy, and yeah, I'm gonna get to making over these cute little chairs for the girls. Because this piece is broken, the first thing we're gonna do is just use a drill to take the screws out, take this piece of wood off, and then use it as a template to build a new piece to put in place. Once we had the broken slat out, we wanted to recreate a new piece. So the first thing we did was use our table saw to get the same width as the current slat that we had. And then we used an old 2x4 and cut the width down to the same level. Obviously, we want our new slat to follow the same angles. So what we did was line up one edge of the slat we had against the edge of our 2x4 and draw a line on the other side. That gave us the angle going up that piece of wood. Then we used another straight piece of wood, or you could use a ruler instead, to draw the rest of that line. Then we used the table saw again to cut carefully along the line we just drew. The other distinct features of these slats is that they all have curved or routed edges on them. We wanted to try and recreate that routed edge using our router table. We used our old slat as a template to make sure that we had the right radius and depth, and once we were ready, we routed both sides of our new slat. The last thing we had to do was cut the height correctly, so we screwed the new slat in place, measured across to see what the height would be, and tried to approximate the angle. We cut the length with a saw and then put it back on, and we were ready to sand and paint the entire piece. Both of these chairs needed quite a bit of sanding. There were some spots where the wood was chipping off, and there were other spots with varathane still there because the chairs themselves had protected those spots from sun and wear. I used an orbital sander to sand most of the big surfaces, and then I just used some sandpaper to sand in between all of the cracks and slats where the orbital sander couldn't reach. Next, we moved on to getting ready to paint these guys. Before we painted them, I wanted to prime the chairs front and back and everywhere. So I did use an aerosol primer, which I'll link to in the comments below, but it made it much easier to prime this guy quickly and easily. Since these chairs were going to be for my daughters, we decided to let them choose their own paint colors. Valspar provided us with paint for this project, so we used their Duramex exterior semi-gloss paint, and what the girls chose was Canton Purple and Cactus Shadow, beautiful shades of purple and green. Since these chairs were for the girls, I also said that they could help me paint it, which meant the painting took a lot longer and I spent a bunch of time painting drips, but they had a lot of fun and it was fun to get to do it with them. We had some leftover plywood boards and we thought they would be perfect for making a little table to go beside these chairs for the girls. So what we did was cut 2 end pieces that we thought would be a perfect height for the little chairs. Then we cut a top piece to fit over top of those and 1 shelf piece to go in between. Next, we wanted to cut some holes in the top for our daughter's favorite glasses to slide into. We tested a few different rolls of tape until we found one that we thought would fit the glasses perfectly, and we just traced those onto the surface of the tabletop. We used a drill to drill a couple of holes into either side of our circles that we'd drawn, and then we went into those holes with the jigsaw and cut the circles out from the inside. Then we tested it just to make sure the cups fit in, which they did. And finally, we were able to sand, drill, and glue that table together. So that is how we transformed these old-looking chairs into this adorable spot on the deck for our girls. They sit out here every day. They love these chairs so much, and I'm so glad I was able to give them their own little space on the deck. I hope you guys liked our mini outdoor makeover. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and let us know in the comments below. And hit that bell so you can be notified of future DIY and renovation videos.